You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the August 16th, 2022 meeting of the Michigan City Finance Committee. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening and welcome to the City of Michigan City Finance Committee meeting. Today is August 16th, 2022. The time now is 5:37 p.m. And we will start off with roll call. Committeeman Fitzpatrick.
Present.
Committeewoman Tillman, present. Committeeman Paul Przybylski.
Present.
We do have a quorum. So moving forward today, we are going to review the claims dockets for August 15, 2022. And we have Riverboat Fund number 2042 in the amount of $75,342 with an addition to funds again from the Riverboat in the amount of $36,000, totaling $111,342. The funds from number 2042 is from claims from clothing and protective equipment for SWAT vests from the Michigan City Police Department, with miscellaneous items as well, which is, we have one for $42,660, an invoice for $40,290, an invoice for $23,130, invoice for $21,846, an invoice for $2,682, an invoice for $570, invoice for $149, an invoice for $149, an invoice for $540. With a balance, bringing the Riverboat funds to $75,342. The addition to that Riverboat fund was $36,000, which is from the Parks Department for Gates, Chevy Worlds, Mishawaka. For the total amount was for $46,606, but of that amount, from fund number 2042 will be $36,000. The additional $10,606 will be paid from the park, out of the park budget. And again, that brings the total claims from the Riverboat 2042 to $111,342. Is there any comments from the committee?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Committeeman Przybylski.
I would like to ask if we are having ARP money, how come we're not taking this out of ARP money, if I might ask the controller?
These were things that were budgeted in the 2022 operating budget. So the council approved this budget, so the SWAT equipment, the vehicle for the zoo, they were all put in the 2022 operating budget.
I understand that. But what I'm getting at is that we have an appropriation in front of us for more equipment for the police department. I mean, it would be a simple, just wouldn't it be easy enough to add this to that appropriation and keep this money in the riverboat? No? Yes.
With
It could, if somebody presented a resolution to amend the ARPA plan, and then we could go through the additional appropriation process, which would be another 6 weeks before they've already gotten this equipment because the council approved the purchase order back at the beginning of the year
Well,
for them to get it. So
okay.
we already have it. We'd have to make the vendor wait another 6 weeks to get paid if we change up where we're going to pay the appropriation from.
And here's how I'm gonna, that, to me, fiscally, that we should try to keep as much money as we can in the riverboat fund. And that what is, was purchased out or purchased, I understand that, but in your office, you know that these are coming up, so that resolution should have been out of your office, talking to the mayor or the finance committee chair to preserve the riverboat account. So the way I look at it is this: we need to start looking at what we can do to be more efficient and not robbing that riverboat account. Because come 2030, we're gonna eliminate one of the biggest tax entities in Michigan Township is gonna be shut down. And there's gonna be hell to pay. Thank you.
I would just like to add, not being on the ARPA committee, I wish there was someone also in attendance from that committee to speak on that, to see why, or if this was a matter of conversation during one of their meetings, if they tried to include it. And because there's other equipment that the police department is asking for, instead of depleting all of the ARPA funds as well. And that could be one of the ways that, might be one of the reasons as to why. I'm not sure. But because we don't have anyone here from that committee to, well, you're on the committee, correct? Ms. Hoffmeister?
Yeah, technically,
So
yeah.
if you've attended any of the ARPA meetings, to where would you know if this was a topic of conversation, if this was, but because it was already
Because it's already been appropriated.
from the budget, okay.
And and this could be another thing, that these were ordered 6 months ago. And we're just now receiving things. I know we ordered numerous things back at the beginning of the year that we're just now starting to receive.
Okay. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the Riverboat Fund 2042?
I got one question.
There's another document attached to the other fund, the other receipts, that this $175,000 which will receive is this an ongoing? It says this thing was received, this the billing of $11,000 off the money in the account. So how much money is left in the account? Not very much. 31,613.80.
For the legal escrow.
Yeah, for that's so are we? I guess we'll have to have an exec session for that. I guess first where we're going on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Committeeman Chris Belinsky. Is there a motion to approve claims?
Push to approve the claims as presented.
Support.
We'll take a vote. Committeeman Fitzpatrick,
Aye.
Committeeman Paul Chris Belinsky,
Aye.
Committeewoman Tillman, aye. Motion carries 3 yeas, 0 nays. I would also like to bring to the attention the riverboat statement for cash positions. The current balance to the riverboat With the subtraction of the $111,342, should bring the grand total for the riverboat to $1,705,617.99. Also, we have received the June tax settlement for 2022. That net total distributed was in the amount of $10,499,153.35.
Uptick of about excuse me, Madam Chair.
Yes,
That's a uptick of, I think, about $1,900,000 from last year. If I'm not mistaken, that our settlement was like $8,300,000.
yes,
Right.
that is correct, roughly.
So,
It's still the same percent. It's roughly 55% of our maximum level. So we received the same percentage in June this year that we received last year in June.
yeah, percentage wise values went up.
Correct. If there was an increase in the max levy. So.
So what's our balance right now in the general fund?
I don't look at those numbers every day.
Okay,
Well-
if you would you be able to email that out to the finance committee? Would you like to have that sent to you?
I would like to set all the numbers. Actually.
I always do.
Okay. Also, on August 11th of 2022, we held our first 2023 Finance Committee Budget Workshop, and it went smoothly, thankfully. I also just want to say thank you to the Finance Committee on that day. We will have our next workshop on August 18th at 5 p.m. I believe the location will be changed from the council chambers to the EOC room. And all future hearings will be held there unless there's a conflict with the scheduling, if that room is reserved for something else. Yes, starting Thursday. Do the committee may have any other additional questions or concerns that they would like to address?
Well, you can see that, memo from the auditor's office. Settlement.
For the June settlement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a question for the controller on the Park and Rec. Do they have a levy on the rate on the tax rate?
Yes, they do.
And what does that amount to in a year? Over $1 million, right? Something like over 1 million,
Well,
too. It's not on this. it's
whatever
not-
that total
Let me see
is.
the sheet. It's not on this particular sheet.
The Park and Rec is on that sheet. What is the amount what is the amount they have by the Park and Rec?
It's not on this
It is
sheet.
not on here. I have general city and town fire pension, police pension, LRNS, Corporation Street, Com Channel maintenance, Barker Civic Center, here it is, Corporation Parks and Recreation.
There it is.
Yes, it's right
Okay.
here.
So not quite double that number. Is their annual?
So. Okay. So let me ask you, last year, how much was in the Barker civic fund or the Barker, Civic Center Fund at the end of the year, was that deposited in the general fund also?
Yes, it was. And if I recall, there was a couple $100,000
Mhm.
in there because we got the tax distributions for the full year last year.
Right,
So, yeah, and the council passed a resolution, I believe, at the beginning of the year to transfer that to the general fund when we closed out that fund.
right. So my question, or not really a question, but the Park and Rec gets about 1.7 million a year. Now, when they come to us and all this money besides the money that we take out of the general fund, is this their sole amount that gets used up? Because I thought on a sheet at the end of the year balance that you had $1 million in their fund yet. So can you also provide that to the finance committee before we get into our hearings on the balances?
I'm gonna give you all of them because it's on a single report. So you'll have all, you can look up whichever ones you want.
When you plan on getting that to us?
Well, depending how long the council meeting lasts, I might be able to send that out tonight. Because it's just a matter of running the report.
Okay. Thank you.
And just out of curiosity, are there any additional worksheet that we should anticipate forthcoming? Or do we have everything in its entirety? Unless unless there's something specifically being requested by the finance committee.
Right, no, that's what you
Okay.
have is what we have.
Okay.
We're still working on getting the ordinance together because that's what comes out of Gateway,
Okay.
so out of the state program.
And just one other thing too, and I'll after this, I'll request for a motion to adjourn. And I just also wanted to ask, add on in regards to the workshop, that on August 29th of 2022 at 5 o'clock, that is going to be our review wrap up and finance committee recommendations. And the first reading on the City of Michigan City 2023 budget will be on September 6th, 2022 at 6:30. Second reading on the City of Michigan City 2023 budget will be on September 20th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. And the third reading on the City of Michigan City 2023 budget will be held on October 4th, 2022 at 6:30 p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn? Thank you, and all have a good evening.